In the article published in the New York Times opinion section, "Closing schools alone is not going to stop the coronavirus," the author Spencer Bowcat-Lindell, a staff editor, argues, utilizing ethos, logos, and pathos, that shutting schools down will do and has already done a great deal of harm. Based on personal experience and the fact that I am currently practicing social distance learning, I agree with this claim. How risky are schools? According to the text, there is no uniform answer stating specifically how risky schools are. However, the evidence that has been obtained indicates that schools, especially for younger children, are not stoking community transmission of the coronavirus. The author builds his credibility by quoting Brooke Nichols, an infectious disease modeler at the Boston University School of Public Health. The more and more data that I see, the more comfortable I am that children are not in fact driving transmission, especially in school settings. This indicates that it appears to be that children are not necessarily spreading the coronavirus in schools. Where is the coronavirus spread? The author further develops the argument by utilizing logos. He states in the text, "Restaurants, gyms, and other crowded indoor sites accounted for some 8 in 10 new infections in the early months of the U.S. coronavirus pandemic." According to a November analysis, these statistics show that most of the new infections are occurring in crowded areas rather than in classrooms. Bowcat-Lindell then uses Aaron E. Carroll's words, "Because schools are not the major cause of the problem, shutting them down won't do enough on its own to slow the spread of the disease." This seems to be the case in my community. Overall, individuals acquire the virus from other social gatherings. How does shutting schools down cause harm? Many students are falling behind in their academics due to the pandemic. The author presents a quote, "America's education system already transmits advantage and disadvantage from one generation to the next. Rich kids attend rich schools that propel them forward, and low-income children attend struggling schools that hold them back. School closures magnify these inequities, as many private schools remain open and affluent parents are better able to help kids adjust to remote learning. Meanwhile, low-income children fall even further behind." By presenting this, the author uses pathos to show the reader that kids are being affected by the pandemic, especially kids from low-income communities. There are various alternate solutions to school closures. Bowcat-Lindell believes that there are many ways we could keep schools safe, such as making class sizes smaller, staggering lesson times, requiring universal masking, and moving classes to auditoriums, libraries, and vacant buildings. Other measures that could be taken to reduce school closures and the spread of the virus include a suspension of indoor dining areas, combined with federal aid to keep restaurants and businesses running. These alternate solutions and protective measures could be implemented in my community and benefit many individuals.